Okay. Okay, great. So we're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome everyone to the Entrepreneurship Sports Generation, ESG for short. This is the Kenya National Final and we're delighted to have you all here with us. Thank you for your time. We have a really exciting leg of the tournament planned for today, and we'll start by telling you what ESG is and why this ESG global movement is important. Over the next decade, we need to create over 1 billion new jobs and ensure we leave a better planet for the future generations, as highlighted by the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We believe that entrepreneurial initiative is the solution to these pressing issues. The ESG community, which is all of us included, will help the entrepreneurs grow and become global enterprises, creating the better future all of us aspire for. ESG is a flagship initiative of the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, TGELF for short. Next slide. At TGELF, we have been working over the past 2 decades to groom ethical and altruistic leaders globally. We have created a leadership curriculum along with Harvard and Columbia Teachers College, which has impacted more than 3 million school children in 14 countries. Through our entrepreneurship initiatives in the past 5 years, we have impacted more than 500,000 startups globally. We have raised and made available $7.5 billion to startups and organizations that support startups through all of our initiatives. For the ESG, we have put together a rewards basket of more than $300 million for all participants globally. Next slide. Similar to international sporting leagues, the ESG 2020 tournament has 4 tiers. That is City, National, Confederation, and Global Finals. The winners from the National Finals will proudly represent their countries and battle it out for the global honors. From over 300,000 applications from over 190 countries, we have selected the best enterprises to compete in the national finals such as this one. Next slide. Today, 8 of the best teams from the Kenya draft will compete with each other for a spot in the global finals. Enterprises will go head-to-head with their pitches, followed by an exciting question and answer from which the jury will select the 2 national winners. We express our gratitude to all our partners who have joined hands with us, and we commit to collectively support all enterprises who have become part of the ESG movement in achieving global reach and scale. So let's begin the movement to make entrepreneurship the new heartbeat of the world. Next slide. Today, we are very, very pleased, next slide, to have 3 jury members who are experts in their field. And it is my pleasure to introduce them. First, we have Lena Gelot from KG Group and Entrepreneurs Organization. Next, we have Philip Thigo from Thunderbird School of Global Management. Lastly, we have Ken Okwero from Safaricom PLC. Go back 1 slide. Some ground rules for everybody before we begin. Each entrepreneur has 3 minutes to pitch their idea. We would request for you to keep your camera off and mute yourself when not speaking. If there are any technical issues, we will present using the PowerPoint you have provided us with. Now getting into today's competition, these are the 8 enterprises going head-to-head in today's national final. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the order. Apologies, we also have 1 more jury member joining us, Josephine. And Josephine is a manager for economic development and partnerships and resource mobilization at Konza Technopolis Development Authority. Thank you. Now let's begin. Kidsense Technologies, if you are ready to present, please share your screen. You're welcome to start your presentation now. You have 3 minutes to do so. A reminder to turn on your video and unmute yourself as well. David from Kidsense. David, are you here? Please turn on your video and unmute yourself. I think he just dropped the call. He asked to be first. So in the meantime, we can go on to the next group. So Gift Peza, if you are here, please turn on your video. You are welcome to share your screen now. Great, you can turn on your video and unmute yourself as well. Gift Peza. Could you turn on your video?
Hello, this is Kidsense.
Oh, Kidsense. You will go right after Gift Peza.
Sure.
Okay. Gift Peza, you have 3 minutes for your pitch. You can start now.
Sure. Thanks, Jury, and the entire ESG team.
1 second, Gift Peza. Are you sharing your screen? Could you put it in presentation mode? The same as you did in the breakout room. Are you able? Yep, perfect. Okay, thank you. You may now start.
Sure. So I can start, Julie, now.
Yes, you can start.
Sure. So think of you having sent your brother, your friend, your family, or even your colleague some money for a specific purpose. Later on to realize that actually he didn't spend that for that specific purpose. So Gift Pesa, we facilitate in-kind money transfer. My name is Pamela, CEO and co-founder Gift Pesa. The cost of remitting money to beneficiaries in sub-Saharan Africa is approximately 9%. This is way above the target SDG target of 3%. It takes approximately 1 to 3 working days for the beneficiaries to actually receive the money remitted from their diaspora. Again, there exists no way to actually track how that money is actually spent into the beneficiaries. What does this suggest? That one, it's very costly, it is very timely, again, and it is subject to misappropriation. What we have done, we have created a voucher remittance platform for in-kind money transfer that allows one, to save on cost when people are sending money, two, save on time since the voucher is actually received instantly. Again, you're able to keep track, and this is to curb misappropriation of funds that are actually sent. So how our platform works is a pretty simple to use platform. You log into our website, you create an account into our website, you pre-fund your voucher wallet there, and then you're able to disburse your vouchers to the multiple recipients. Recipients will actually get an SMS notifications with instructions on how, who, and where to redeem. Our business model is that we charge 2% on disbursement. This is for businesses, governments, and NGOs. So for every disbursement that is passed into a platform, we charge a 2% commission and an additional 2% if you decide to share your voucher with someone else. A market size, the total available market is approximately $154 billion, with the total obtainable market of $93.5 billion. Our target is to do 10% of the total obtainable market by 2025. Our platform has super exciting features whereby we have
Gift Pezza, I think you've frozen. Okay, I am not sure.
Yeah, give her 30 seconds to come back, and if required, we'll ask her to present again. Maybe we can ask the Kidsense guy to go now, please.
Okay. Kidsense, David, if you're here, please share your screen and turn on your video and unmute yourself, please.
Okay, this is David from Kidsense.
Hi, can you turn on your video, please?
Yes. Hi,
Okay.
everyone.
Great. So now you have 3 minutes to present. After this, we will go into your Q&A round and then go back to Gift Pizza. Okay, when you're ready, you can start.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, Kidsense is built by a team who, in one way or the other, have experienced some kind of molestation or abuse in their childhood, or you find one of the team, one of the relatives have been affected in one way or another. The problem we are solving is child abuse and molestation, and these things do happen when the parents are not aware of whatever is happening to their children, because there is no mechanism to tell. They only realize later when the child is already suffering from some kind of illness or depression. In Kenya, as reported by the Standard Group media, we realized that 52 children were abused in just a week in the month of June this year. And that is just the reported cases. There are more than that that are not reported by any media, because maybe the children don't come out to say that they've been abused, or the parents fear going to the spotlight because of any repercussions that they fear may come thereafter. The Children's Advocacy Center records 65% of the reported cases on sexual abuse, 21% on physical abuse, and so many other forms of abuses. And these are just the cases that are reported. It is for this reason that Kidsense Technologies came up with a Kidsense solution to try and eliminate some of these problems that we are facing with our children by bringing in an application that will send any information related to these kind of abuses in real time. So we build artificial intelligence, and it sends the real data information to an app that can be viewed by the parents. So when a child is maybe hurt, the child will react in a different way. The application will take the reaction from the child, be it from the heartbeat, the rate at which the heart is beating, or when the child is in a distress situation, and this information is relayed to the app. So the mother or the guardian who is having access to the app can tell that something is wrong with the child and respond as quickly as possible. So Kidsense itself comes into, we have a wrist technology that is tied on the wrist of the child. It is built using various components. As you can see, we have incorporated artificial intelligence. It has a GPS coordinates. It has been built with different programming languages, that is including Python, C++, Cloudera, etc. We were basing our research on the growthenabler.com. And as you can see, the market size for the IoT devices have a growth rate of 24% in 2017, and it has increased to 38.3% in 2020. And if you can look at the trend, it is on the uprise, it is still increasing. And that is just for the IoT devices. If you look at the wearables, it is having a growth rate of 3%. This particular technology touches on the health system, and looking at the growth rate in the health sector, it is moving at 20%. This clearly tells you that in the next few years, we are going to have a big market.
Time's up. Thank you so much, Kidsense Technologies. Jury members, you are now welcome to ask questions to Kidsense. You have 5 minutes to do so. Kidsense, could you take down your screen, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, David.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for your presentation and a very innovative product. Can I ask, what is the retail price of your product?
Yes, we plan to sell it at 20 USD. And of course, we have a subscription model that goes at 3 USD per month or 13 USD per year.
And where are you in the design process or manufacturing process? Have you actually made one yet and tested it?
We are in the testing stage. We are actually testing. By end of this year, we'll be done with all the tests and applied any hiccups that may come along the way. We are planning to roll it out in January 2021.
I don't want to take up all the question time. I don't know if the other juries have a question, but just the last one. What stops the perpetrator from taking it off the child?
Lena, can you repeat your question, please? I think he didn't understand.
Yeah, sorry, sure, David. What stops the child abuser from taking off the watch from the child?
The moment the watch is untied from the child, it sends a signal. It sends a signal that can be relayed, that is relayed on the mobile app. So the mobile app is designed in such a way that whenever a signal comes in, there is a flash and there's a sound, there's an alarming sound. So you can see real time. Now the device is disconnected, or now the child heartbeat has just increased by this percentage from where it was. So it enables the parent or whoever is having the app at the moment to act. And to add on to that, we are in the process of incorporating the other government agencies like the Kenya Police and the health system. We started negotiations with the KNH, Kenya National Hospital, and the Kenya Police, because we want to put it in such a way that this information, the moment it comes to the app, the parent can actually send it directly to the relevant organization, that is the Kenya Police. And if
it's freezing.
Hello.
David, I think you froze. And I just had a question. I think a quick one. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, I think you can hear me. I think one is that I think abuse is normally in the home setting. So I don't know if you factored that potential, right? So because right now the assumption is that the abuse is out of the home. What if the abuse is in the home and it's normally around relatives? That's one. Two, have you factored in internet and internet outages, and how does it work without connectivity?
Without connectivity, we have incorporated a SIM slot. You can insert a SIM card and use mobile data. So in absence of both wireless and mobile data, the device is able to synchronize. Now, the only problem is you will not find the information real time, because the device will depend on when you get connectivity, it synchronizes, and then you get information relayed to the mobile app. So as at now, we still don't have a mechanism to make it work without internet connectivity. It has to use wireless, or you connect using your mobile data. If you are offline, it will have to wait and synchronize when you come online. But it is something we are looking into on how to make it work without internet connectivity. But as at now, we still don't have that technology.
Okay, so David, I have a very quick question. Where do you see your value? Is your value on the device? Is it on the app that you install into the wearable, or is it on the AI that analyzes the sensors, analyzes the information from the sensors that are on the device, and
the
then
value is actually on the AI,
okay,
the greater part of it.
Okay.
And
hello? Okay. Thank you.
I didn't get you completely.
No, I wanted to know where the value is, and you have answered that it's on the AI. And I presume you can install the app on any other wearable.
Yes, provided you customize it. Provided you customize it and you give it the necessary sensors.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Josephine here. First, congratulations. That's a very, I think, timely intervention. Child abuse and continues to be a rising issue in Africa and many other parts of the world. Now, my question is, how do you differentiate you said it's based on a pulse, yeah? And children can be very active, excited. How do you differentiate the source of the pulse and make sure that it's not about the play, but really it's a real situation? What's the technology? How do you differentiate that?
Okay, the wearable has a camera. So whenever it sends a signal, it takes as a caption of the environment. So from the app, you will see the environment in which the child is, and you can tell whether the child is just playing or the child is actually being molested, because it will capture the environment.
Okay, thank you.
Time's up. Thank you so much, Kidsense Technology. Now, thank you. If ROKA Designs, we now have 30 seconds for jury evaluation. In the meantime, if ROKA Designs could get ready, please.
John. Ngoja, relax. Tuone umepata.
Okay.
Just 10 more seconds. Okay, ROKA Designs, you are now welcome to start your presentation. You can share your screen when you're ready.
Okay.
Great. You may begin.
So hi everyone, my name is Robert Katavi, co-founder, partnerships and finance director at ROKA Designs.
And my name is John Kamau, creative and marketing strategist at ROKA Designs. Thank you very much for having us.
So why are we doing this? Living in the coastal region, we have witnessed a lot of plastic ending up into landfills and Indian Ocean, affecting marine life and tourist attractions. Billboards and banners are made from PVC, which is a type of plastics that is weather resistant and very durable. ROKA is addressing 4 SDG problems. One is climate action, responsible consumption and production. Less than 3% of billboards is recycled around the world. Then there's life below water and decent work and economic growth. How are we doing this? We are stopping these billboards and banners from polluting the environment and turning them into trendy, eco-friendly, and waterproof bags. Kenya has a vibrant middle-class economy. Nairobi and Mombasa are leading with 30% and 11%. At the market size, from the recent KNBS statistics, 14,800,000 people live in the urban population. Narrowing even further, 2.97 million are urban youth, and narrowing even further, 7.5 million are women. All these constitute our target market and the market size. Our business model is very simple. Approximately one standard billboard measures 12 by 10 meters and can produce 150 to 300 bags. So ROKA Designs is changing the story of fashion in Kenya by creating trendy, stylish, and waterproof bags from the redundant billboards and banners to sell them at a profit through e-commerce websites, social media pages, retail shops, and word of mouth.
When we talk about trendy, eco-friendly, and stylish bags, what we mean are sling bags like this one here, backpacks, tote bags, as well as duffel bags. We have been incubated in 2 hubs so far. One of them is Swahili Port Hub and Close the Gap in Mombasa. We've managed to secure partnership with National Museums of Kenya, where they normally help us with the tailoring of our products, and Giuliani, who is a music artist in Kenya, who actually, we normally make bags for him for his resale. Our main competition are Dendry, King's Collection, and Nasisi Factory. Our competitive advantage over the rest is that our bags are waterproof, we are trendy, we are one of a kind, because as you can see, there's no single bag that actually repeats in pattern or style. Besides that, we are eco-friendly and pocket-friendly for the middle class. Our journey began the beginning of this year, January 2020.
And from February to September, we have managed to collect 287 banners. We have produced 181 bags and sold 97 of them. We have directly created employment to 2 youths and indirectly 3 youths. Our future plan for November up to January, we are planning to upgrade our designs to have African cotton and leather finish, as you can see here. And we're also planning to collect around 300 billboards and banners, approximately to make 30,000 bags. And that is our able team who are ready to drive the ROKA agenda into the future.
Thank you so much, ROKA Designs. Thank you for your pitch. Jury, you're now welcome to ask questions to ROKA Designs.
Hi, ROKA Designs. Thank you. Very well done. Can I ask, what is your, do you have any numbers in terms of your profit?
Currently, yes. Currently, we have made sales of 97,400 since we started, and made profits of 45,500.
Thank you.
Okay.
And where do you collect the banners from? Are these, you're able to just pick them up, or?
We normally go around the printers. The people normally do printing. We normally collect them from some of them when they make errors in their printing. So that's an advantage to us because we get the printed ones, which are very bright and colorful. Besides that, we've talked to people who do events. We have some good number of friends, and NGOs as well. Some normally after the events they give us, and Mombasa County also. We've just been given many other more here at Mombasa County from the county office. Besides that, we are now in terms and talking to the billboard people so that we can get more from them. So we are actually happy with the supply.
Great, I like your designs.
Thank you.
Thank you. You should have one.
If we meet you, you're going to give you this one.
We'll give you one.
That's bribery. A quick question, Robert. A quick one is that, are you using any technologies to sort of improve your manufacturing? That's one. Two is that if you were to ask today for money, the kind of injection into your business to scale, do you have an idea of what that ballpark figure looks like right now?
Okay, yes. So to answer your first question, actually our business has leveraged much on data. We know that data is very important for us. So since we started, these designs you're seeing right here were not the same way we started with. So we have been collecting data from our clients and keeping that database so that we can be able to modify and improve our products. So what you're seeing today was not what was there, let's say in the last 3 or 4 months.
Got it.
We are currently using data to make any designs that we're using. Yes, and regarding our the amount of funding that we need, currently my partner can also work on that, but we had different proposals because currently there are many things that we want to achieve. Firstly, we were asking
a number.
a number. The recent number was 2 million. Currently, we were asking for 2,300,000 from a recent. Currently, that's what we're asking for, to be able to get a workspace and also to have a team, because this is a global approach and we want to have a team that will be able to drive this agenda forward. And as you know, with startups.
Got it. No, thank you. I'm saving time for the jury. I have my answer. Thank you.
Okay. Just for me, 2 questions. The first one is, you've mentioned your competitors, and I am struggling to understand why they're your competitors. Why aren't they your partners or some sort of relationship? Because I think people like King's Collection do something totally different. Number 2, why are you limited only to bags, right? Can you scale beyond just that product? Are you looking at scaling beyond that product and driving partnerships in such a format? Yeah.
Yes. So to go to the first question, we first saw them as competition because we're actually different companies. We'll be happy if we could have them as partners as well. But since we are all doing bags and we're in the same field with them, we're just competing in terms of creativity and also the target market. That's one of the reasons we thought there would be a competition. But I think it's a wise approach to work with people like King's Collection so that we can expand and make things a bit much better. In the other question, in regards to if we want to expand into making other things, yes, we've thought about it. Among the things we've thought of is making sandals and open shoes, where you can combine these leather with these materials with some other ones to actually create some nice trendy shoes. Besides that, there are some
Beach beds,
some
remember?
beach beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about making beach beds because
Since we're in the coastal region.
yeah, we're in Mombasa and people use beach beds a lot. And the ones they use, they can actually get spoiled quite fast. So ours are actually weatherproof because you can see billboards staying up for many months without getting spoiled. So if we can make beach beds from these as well, they can take as long as they can survive.
Yes.
They can survive the sun and all type of weather.
Yes.
Time's
Okay.
up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ROKA Designs, for your answers and jury members for your questions. We now have 30 seconds for jury evaluation. In the meantime, if True Talents of Africa could get ready, please.
Hello, Julia. Thank you for having me here. I'm just gonna share my screen.
We still have 20 seconds.
All right. I hope you're able to see that.
Yeah. Just
Great.
wait 10 more seconds. True Talents of Africa, you're now welcome to start your presentation. You have 3 minutes to do so.
Sure, thank you. So yes, my name is Kimadi Kambudo. I run an organization called True Talents of Africa. And my journey really began when I was a young boy in Nairobi, growing up here in Kenya, trying to pursue the dream of becoming a professional footballer. At the time, there wasn't really, and same as now, but there wasn't very much opportunity for people who wanted to pursue a career like mine. And I played for many different clubs, including Mathare Youth and League Ndogo, and maybe some of the teams that you have all heard. When I was 15, I attained a unique opportunity to travel to the United States and left my family here and attended the football academy there. I stayed there for 3 years and went on to get a soccer scholarship to play at the university level, at the NCAA Division I level. Went on to win a national championship, play semi-professionally for a few years as well, for 4 years actually. And football essentially showed me the world and gave me opportunities that honestly, otherwise I would never have access to. And what I did once I came back in 2017 and stopped playing is started True Talents of Africa, where we help talented student athletes attain high opportunities through football. Since then, I've been able to help 6 students attain scholarship opportunities in the US and in Spain. So 5 of them went on to the US college system on soccer scholarships, and 1 went to Spain. And those are just some of the pictures of those students and where they are now. Why we are different is because, unlike many of the academies that maybe you are familiar with, we partner with schools to run football academy programs within the school. So we're able to have access to the students year round. One of the common challenges we have when it comes to youth development of athletes in this country is from the ages of 6 to about 12, there'll be millions of kids playing. But once they start to go to boarding schools and secondary schools, the same rigorous training is not applied. And we really don't have that structure for mentorship and guidance. So another thing that makes us different is giving genuine opportunities to players. Through my journey, we have been able to partner with different organizations, including FC Malaga City in Spain, Sports Recruiting USA in the UK, that helps talented athletes get scholarship opportunities to play in the US, and different academies. And so we help our players attain such opportunities. Our goal, and kind of the next step for us, because we currently have 120 students within our programs, is to build our own school environment where players not only from Kenya, but from all over East Africa can come and have a residential facility where they study and go to school, but also focus on their development primarily with football, and can later be expanded into other sports as well. So yeah, thank you. That's True Talents of Africa.
Thank you so much, True Talents of Africa, for your pitch. Jury members, you are now welcome to ask questions to True Talents of Africa. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Yeah, just Very quick question on your business model. You said that you partner with schools. How many schools do you partner with currently, and to what extent? Are you in the, when you look at the curriculum, schools usually have a PE session, right? Or do you do after school, or do you do private students from those schools? Do you coach privately from students from those schools?
Yes, I get your question. Thank you for your question. So what we do, when I say we partner with two schools at the moment, one of those schools is Nova Pioneer in Tatu City, and another school is Dawamu in Kiserian. And what we do is we run the football academy program within the school. So it's similar to a club and activity, but the students sign up at the beginning of the term, and they pay for the service of the education of the football program, and we train them 2 to 3 times per week throughout the school term. And then during the holidays, now we intensify the program to where they train 4 to 5 times per week, off-site, now aside from the school. So that is how we run our programs at those 2 schools. Of course, this is just for us. It's more of that is how we started. But of course, the end goal and where we want to head to is to have our own facility where we can even if we don't do the schooling part, and we bring somebody who can do the schooling part, we would focus on the football side, but have a residential football academy.
Okay.
Thank you, Kimadi. My kids love football, so thank you for bringing your passion into Kenya and helping other children. You mentioned that you have helped 6 people get scholarships. Is that through the current partnerships that you have with the schools? And is there do you make revenue from that by getting them scholarships abroad? Like, are they paying you privately?
So basically, we work with different organizations. One of them is called Sports Recruiting USA. So it's an organization based in the UK that helps talented players attain scholarship opportunities to play in the US. The US is particularly different from many countries because they allow students to pursue their education and at the same time pursue their sports. So they are student athletes, which we are big advocates for. Basically what I do, I'm a consultant for Sports Recruiting USA. So I run Sports Recruiting USA within Africa. So the model is basically we help them find the opportunities, they pay us as Sports Recruiting USA Africa. So there is a small fee of about it's just under $2,000 that they would pay for the service of creating the highlight videos that they would need, putting them in contact with all the different coaches across the world, and then they start to receive offers. And through that process, we have been able to send 5 students to the US on soccer scholarships. The scholarships they pay an average of between $7,000 to $10,000 per year. And seeing as US colleges can cost up to $30,000 per year, the money that they initially paid to get access to those scholarships is almost marginal when you compare it. So that is how we do it. With the academies that we partner with, of course, when we take a student there, we are given a commission from what the student is paying for that residential academy.
And what is your big 5-year vision? Is it to get more student scholarships, or where would you like to be in 5 years?
In 5 years, it's very much the school. We would like to have our own facility, even though we may not do the schooling. I was told, for me, I'm good at selecting football players. I'm not good at selecting teachers. And so if we have the schooling done, whether that is by a different school or a school that comes from, into our facility to teach the students, we would focus on the football side. Because one thing we need to do, and what we're limited to do currently because of the school program, is intensify the program to where a parent knows if my son is in this program, he is training six times a week. He's playing matches competitively, not just here, but all over the country, and really developing not only as an athlete. I want to really stress that it's not just about creating professional footballers, it's creating upstanding individuals that have discipline that would enable them to do anything beyond football.
And do you think the market here in Kenya can sustain these professional football players, or do you want to put Kenya on the international football stage? What is the goal?
So for us, I wouldn't say that the goal is necessarily to produce professional footballers. It is to use football as a tool to develop student athletes, or to develop adults, whether those are two upstanding individuals, people who can represent themselves and represent where they come from properly. So that is the goal.
Okay, Kimathi, one quick question. Have you implemented technology in any way, and what do you see as the role of tech going forward as you develop your program and reach out to more potential beneficiaries or participants of the academy?
Sure. So one of the things that we use that makes things very easy for us is using an online platform called TeamSnap, which allows us to track all the different students who are within our program. So for example, when a child comes into our academy, their parent has to fill out, it's all online, but they fill out, their name and everything, their contact information, emergency contacts and everything. They sign a waiver, a media release form and everything. And that is kept now online. And we are able to say, okay, this is this player, this is how old he is, this is the position that he plays, this is his emergency contact if anything ever went wrong. And that application has helped us to keep track of students and to know everything about them. And that's why I can confidently say that we have 120 students plus in our programs. So that is one way that we use technology. We also film the games that we play. And that is important because we use the games that we film as CVs for the players. The way modern scouting works today is the scout doesn't need to come, or the coach does not need to come from the US all the way to Kenya to select a player. You simply send a highlight video. And if you go on YouTube right now and type in True Talents of Africa, you will see all the games that we have played in the past, and you will see highlight videos for specific players that can have access to those kinds of opportunities. So that is how we incorporate technology at the moment.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, True Talents of Africa, for your answers, and thank you, jury members, for your questions. We now have 30 seconds for jury evaluation. In the meantime, if Gift Peza could get ready, please.
Could you stop sharing your screen, True Talents?
Gift Peza, if you're ready, you are now welcome to start your presentation. You can share your screen and turn your video on. All right, you may now start. You have 3 minutes.
Have you sent your friend, your brother, your family, or even your colleague some money for a specific purpose, but later on to come to realize that was not actually spent for the purpose that was actually intended? Gift Pesa, we facilitate in-kind money transfer. My name is Pamela, CEO and co-founder Gift Pesa. The cost of remitting cash to beneficiaries in sub-Saharan Africa is approximately 9%. The SDG target is approximately 3% by 2030. However, it also takes 1 to 3 working days for the beneficiaries to actually receive the remitted amount. Again, there exists no easy way to track the usage or utilization of the beneficiaries, cash that is actually sent. We have created a voucher remittance platform that allows in-kind money transfer, whereby the users can, one, save on cost of sending money, save on time since you receive a voucher instantly, and their beneficiaries, or rather the recipients, are able to keep track of the amount that is sent and the amount that is actually redeemed and where this money is actually spent. Our platform is a pretty simple to use platform whereby you visit into our site, you create an account into our platform, you pre-fund your e-voucher wallet, there and then you're able to disburse your bulk vouchers to your multiple recipients. Each recipient will get an SMS notifications bearing instructions on where to redeem and where to redeem. Our business model is that we charge 2% upon disbursement of vouchers. This is for corporate businesses, governments, and NGOs, and an additional 2% if someone decides to share their vouchers with someone else. That is the transfer of share of vouchers. The market size is approximately $154 billion. The total obtainable market is $93.5 billion, and our target is to do 10% of the total obtainable market by 2025. Our platform has super exciting features whereby we have multiple redemption marketplace. Our vouchers have no expiry period. You're able to track your voucher fulfillment. Again, you're able to customize the messages that are sent. This is for businesses or companies that maybe you're running a specific campaign and you want to communicate purposely why someone is actually receiving that. We also allow for the partial redemption of our vouchers, and we also allow our users to transfer their vouchers with someone else. We have identified key competitors in our space, but GiftPesa is proud to leverage on, one, the mobile money penetration, a wide range of marketplace where customers can actually redeem. Our vouchers are disbursed real time, and of course, the pricing is very affordable. Our impact is.
Thank you so much, GiftPesa. Thank you for your pitch. And now, jury, you're welcome to ask your questions to GiftPesa. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Yes, I have one question around your business model. So I noticed there's a lot of leverage with the mobile money companies. Does that limit how low you can go in terms of the commission? Because one of your ambitions is to reduce from 9% to a figure below in terms of how much people spend when they're transferring money from the diaspora into Kenya or into Africa. That's one on your business model. The second thing is, just explain to us how you're going to scale the diaspora. How are you going to get more people from the diaspora to know about your product and grow that will then allow you to pick up a percentage of the revenues coming in?
Okay. So to the first question, we don't earn our commission from the mobile money operators. We charge the businesses that are willing to use our platform. Let's say company A is disbursing their vouchers using our platform. So we charge a convenience fee since one voucher will be redeemable across several market points. So we charge the business a convenience fee of 2%. Sales will not incur the cost of distribution of their vouchers, they'll not incur, pre-fridge and all that. So we charge the businesses the 2%. In terms of how we are going to factor in the diaspora, we intend to do the card integration into our platform, whereby you logging into our platform, you create an account, and you'll just be charged like any other business that is willing to use our platform to disburse their vouchers. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, thank you for your presentation. I have a couple of questions. How many businesses have you partnered with? And have you, how many vouchers, and as a result, how many vouchers have you actually generated? Do you have any transaction value figure that you have done to date?
Sure. So we started in 2018. So far, we have managed to sell vouchers worth 80 million Kenyan shillings to around 20 plus customers. And this is mostly done during peak season like now in Christmas, but we also have repeat customer across the period who's use our platform for agency, for incentives, rewards, and many other campaigns that they run. So yes, we have managed to partner with major retailers in the country, eateries, petrol stations. We're also bringing petrol stations on board and many other, just to increase the level of, a person where the point at where a customer can be able to use their vouchers. So we don't want to limit today. If you're given a specific voucher for a specific supermarket, let's say A, that you can only spend it there. So we want one voucher to be redeemed across multiple places. So we want you to pay for your coffee using the voucher. We want you to pay for your flight using your vouchers, to pay for your fuel. We're just opening up the gifting industry.
And who's in your team? How many team members you have?
We are a team of 3.
Thank you.
Sure.
A quick one. Understanding the remittance market, a lot of the money that is coming, especially from the US that you're targeting, goes towards issues like real estate, land, and other investments. So what is the size of how do I say it, of redeeming the voucher? I mean, what's the biggest ticket you've had in terms of our voucher?
So our target is basically the gift market from the diaspora and NGOs, funding from NGOs, whereby an NGO would want to buy food for certain communities, but they're not able to do that because they don't want to send that in form of cash. So what we do is we lock that money that can only be spent on food, for food alone. So we have partnered with, let's say, a food retail shop, so that customers can be able to utilize that only for food, rather than just, donating money, and this money could be subject to misappropriation. So it's just money that is actually locked for a specific purpose.
Got it, thanks.
Are there any other questions?
No question from me, thank you.
Sure. Thanks too.
Just to say, yes, your idea is unique. I think keep pushing on it. It's a new market. I have not seen this before, so good job.
Thank you.
Thank you for your answers, Gift Peza, and thank you for your questions, jury members. We now have 30 seconds for jury evaluation. And in the meantime, if Agon Data Corporation, could you get ready, please? Agon Data Corporation, you are now welcome to start your presentation. Please unmute yourself, turn on your video, and share your screen.
Hello?
Could you share your screen?
Okay.
We can see your Chrome, not the presentation. Can you try?
Okay, let me. Let me shut off my phone. Sorry, just 1 minute.
No worries.
Can you see my screen? My
It's still,
PPT?
no, it's still the
Okay. Let me lock me. Yes. Can you see my screen now?
Nope.
Okay, just 1 minute, please. Sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Nope, it's still the other screen. If
Okay.
you go on share screen, there is a option, advanced sharing options, like we did in the breakout room.
Let me just try once more, please. Okay, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute, please.
No worries.
Okay, I'm sorry for the delay. I'm just trying to share. Can you see
Okay,
my
now
screen?
yeah, now we can see it. You can present
Okay.
it.
Sorry for the delay.
No worries. All right, you have 3 minutes to present. We'll start now.
Okay, thank you all of you. My name is Stephen Agon. I'm director of Agon Data Corporation. I will present with my partner, Immaculate Kenya, standby. Now, our company is called Agon Data Corporation. We deal with business intelligence solution, data analytics, and digital enterprise infrastructure for SMEs, big corporation, government, and NGOs. Our vision is to become top 100 most respected, profitable company in Africa, and to partner with willing organizations to attain UN Sustainable Development Goals. Agon is owned by 10 young data scientists with diverse backgrounds, from mathematicians to economists to biologists and so on. The problems we are solving is both industrial and global problems. From industrial problems, according to Accenture, out of 80% of businesses, 20% of businesses may fail in the next 5 years if they don't adopt data-driven solutions. And currently, most business experience fragmented system, most percentage of business still using manual data, expensive, and we also have threat from cybersecurity to poor decision-making process, and on global problems from climate change to extreme hunger, poverty, inequality, and so on. Now, what is Agon doing? Although we really appreciate the progress of UN Sustainable Development Goals, but there's a problem. 17 goals, 169 targets, and other indicators need huge data and huge measurable data. And this is where Agon is coming in. What do? Our solutions, we provide business intelligence solutions. We move organizations, companies from fragmented to unified intelligence systems. Now, how do we do it? We do data analytics and AI-driven business development. We do manage cloud services, blockchain and smart contracts. In fact, one of our blockchain is already in the market called Madini Africa Invest, where deal with minerals, blockchain minerals to cut out the brokers in between. You can check our website at Madini Africa Invest and see one of our best products in the market, which is now in the market. Now, third, we also run Agon Data Science Institute to fill in the lack of data scientists in the market, because in the next 5 years, I tell you, without data-driven business solutions, most SMEs, most medium companies will fail. Now, you can have a view of Agon cloud infrastructure, what we have in cloud infrastructure. You can see our business application across industries, including the SDG target as part of our industry, because without that, organizations, we won't achieve the SDG agenda. Then thirdly, our competitive advantage. We have our specialized niche products for SMEs, which most of the big organizations are leaving behind. But we have business intelligence solution packaged for SMEs across Africa and across the world. We also partner with several organizations. Right now, we are doing infodemic mapping response for the WWH show to see how they can trap in misinformation about COVID-19. That is an example of how we are addressing the SDG goals. We also have data-driven initiatives we are doing with other partnerships. And also we have different professionals that are really filling the gap of lack of data scientists in the place. Now, our market. Now, Accenture predicts 1.68 billion by 2025, staggering 16.8 billion for the big data analytics. Our share of this market, will, even if it is 4%, we should float.
Thank you so much, Agon Data Corporation, for your pitch. Jury, you are now welcome to ask your questions to Agon Data Corporation. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Just a quick question, Stephen.
Yes.
You've talked about SMEs and the need for a lot of the SMEs to survive. I wanted to understand, because for SMEs, they're going through two journeys. The first thing is they just need to be digitized. Then the second thing is they need to understand how to utilize their data. How are you positioning yourself with people who are digitizing to allow you to scale to the numbers that you are? Because you can't go direct to the SME, because the SME is they're still manual, so they need to go through one step. So for you, how are you positioning yourself to be able to drive this scalability?
Now, thank you so much. We do understand the virgin market for the data that big data market, and also the novice knowledge of most of the SMEs in understanding the importance of business intelligence solutions. So what we are doing is that we shall be doing aggressive marketing for the SMEs.
I think he has frozen. We can just wait a few seconds for him to reconnect. Hello, Stefan. You're back. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you. I got disconnected, Juliana, sorry. So,
no.
Yes, so if I repeat my answer, according to the first question, most of the businesses, small businesses, may not understand the importance of business intelligence solutions or big data driven solutions. And that's why we have started to from top up, from non-governmental organizations to government to medium enterprises, the Fortune 5 companies, as we drill down. At the same time, we are doing bottom-up aggressive marketing and training on our business intelligence solutions that we have on the market.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Stephen. Can you give me your biggest success to date that you're proud of in helping one of these SMEs?
Exactly. One of our biggest successes is that we have already rolled out a mineral blockchain solutions called Madini, is in the market and fully fledged working, where we are trying to, or rather make sure that we build in transparency across the value chain of minerals coming in the country and going out of the country. At the same time, we are trying to expand the blockchain solutions to connect to the government and bring transparency, fight fraud and corruption, and already in the market. Number two, we have rolled out we have done several projects, several projects with the partner organizations like UNICEF and WHO. Currently, we are running infodemic response mapping strategy to fight misinformation and rumors about COVID-19. And currently, we are also running a training on data analytics for various organizations in place. We have so far employed 14 young people from various organizations. We have already sponsored even sport events for primary schools in Kajiado. That is in 2019, prior to COVID-19. And we have also managed to develop, put into test most of our product in testing stage. We have 6 products in testing stage, including CADL-op systems, ERD, health management systems, So we are running all these software and AI intelligence solutions under the pipe. But one of our most product that's the market is Madini mineral blockchain solutions, and we are proud of it.
Stephen, I have a quick one. You've mentioned government and you're mentioning AI. A lot of these things. So one of the logos there is actually an organization that the government of Kenya is a champion of. I'm senior advisor at the presidency. The thing that you've mentioned is working with government, and you've talked about SDGs and issues of data. There are data gaps in SDGs and a lot of data gaps. So I'm trying to understand how you are bridging the data gaps so that the AI and the technologies you are building are actually leveraging on accurate data.
Exactly, that's a good question. Currently, we are even in conversation with the Ministry of Health regarding for example, Ministry of Health regarding the data on health systems across the county governments, so that we can able to collect all this data that they have and build in an important data-driven insights that can help them make decisions in their health system strengthening in future.
No, that's fine. I'm asking something else. That's okay. How are you bridging the gap? Because I'm familiar with the Ministry of Health. I'm familiar with SMEs. There's a gap between SMEs and the ministry, right? So then how are you bridging that gap? That's one. But two also is how are your technologies improving the sort of the demand side of data from the ground to the ministry? I just want to understand those particular bits.
All right. What we are doing currently, we are making sure that we engage partnerships with the ministry, and if possible, they give us an access to data that they have. Then we give them insight, or we give data analysis. We give them insight into what is required with that data, in terms of give them a structural mapping on what the data can do. It involves a lot training and engagement, and that is what we're trying to do. So far, we are trying to make sure we engage with the industry and the government in terms of yes, that is it.
Okay, Stephen, my question is about the business proposition. So how are you sustaining yourself as a business as you deploy these analytics? Because again, as you said, there's challenges in understanding why we should onboard it in the first place. So which model have you taken for the immediate and for future?
We are happy that most of the corporations and organizations like United Nations are already who understands the benefit of the business intelligence data analytics solutions have engaged us in several projects that we are trying to run for them. So we shall generate our profit based on the consultancy or in implementing BI and doing data analytics for various organizations. Two, we shall also, we also have several products that I've mentioned, including Madini blockchain solutions, where we want to several people to use our platform for the blockchain solutions. We shall connect the government also to help them manage fraud, issues of, or rather corruption in the process, in the Ministry of Immigration and so on, by implementing blockchain solutions between to connect the government services. So we shall get our revenue from that. We also run an online institution currently because of COVID called Agon Data Institute, where we are training several data scientists. They are coming in to register with us because of lack of expertise, lack of expertise in the whole world, data scientists. So we shall be getting revenue from all those sources, from implementing business intelligence solutions to data analytics, from connecting to our applications that we have like Madini blockchain solutions to training data scientists. We have three models of generating income, which are very compounding and institute.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Agon Data Corporation. We now have 30 seconds for jury evaluation. In the meantime, if Victoria Agribusiness could get ready, please. I would also like to remind everyone to turn on their closed captions that is at the bottom of your screen. Once you click on it, it should say show subtitles. Victoria Agribusiness, you are now welcome to start your presentation. You have 3
I'm being
minutes.
told that I cannot share while another participant is still sharing, so maybe.
Yep, you can start sharing now, and please turn on your video if you can. Are you able to share your screen?
It's giving me trouble. Just a minute.
Do you need any help?
Yes, I'm trying to, I don't know what to share screen.
In the same way that you shared in the breakout room, there's the green button at the bottom that says share screen.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it and it's not bringing.
Could the other member of your team share their screen instead? Moses?
Yes, maybe Moses can share and then I present.
Yes,
Okay.
Moses, could you share your screen, please?
Yes, just share and then I'll present.
And Boniface, can you turn on your video? Thank you. Okay, if you could just put it in presentation. Perfect. All right, you have 3 minutes to pitch. You can start when you're ready.
Yes. Yes, now my name is Boniface Okute and I'm the CEO and founder of Victoria Agribusiness. Now, over 80% of food consumed in Africa is produced by smallholder farmers. And ironically, smallholder farmers are the poorest and the most malnourished in the continent. Again, when you walk around in the urban markets, you find that the cost of food is very high. And most of the food, particularly fresh produce, is unsafe due to misuse of pesticides and poor post-harvest handling. Next. Why is this problem? One is the cost of input is very high. Then farmers lack information on the best production practices. Smallholder farmers also are, because they are fragmented, they are unable to access high-value urban markets, and they are mostly exploited by middlemen. You find that from the farm to the market, you have like 4 to 7 middlemen, and each is adding a markup. That results in farmers getting very low prices, while food is very expensive for consumers in the urban centers. Again, in Kenya and East Africa at large, you find that between 30 to 50% of vegetables and fruits don't reach the markets due to post-harvest losses. Next. So what is our solution? We are providing a B2B platform linking farmers with urban retailers, hotels, and eateries in the urban centers. Again, we support the farmers with inputs on credit. We train them on smart production practices, including regenerative agriculture. We aggregate fresh produce, then we add value, we sort, clean, grade, and then we distribute conveniently to retailers in their places of businesses. And then we pay the farmers within 24 hours of delivery using digital money platforms. Next. So the process is the farmer registers showing us where he's coming from, his ward, his county, and then we have agents that then will contact him when we get that information. Next. Vendors also register. They tell us the markets where they operate in, and then from there, particularly, right now we are working in Kisumu town. So vendors in Kisumu town, they register, or we have sales people who also go to them and register them, and then from there they can order directly from us, and then we supply the next day. Next. So what is our value proposition? We support farmers with inputs. We provide farmers with better prices than the brokers. We provide retailers with lower prices compared to brokers. We ensure that the farmers have a guaranteed market, and then we provide convenient delivery to the retailers. while at the same time, because we are paying the farmers using digital money, we sort of give them financial inclusion, because now they have a financial record that they can use to get loans and other services from other financial institutions. Then we ensure that consumers in the urban centers are able to consume high quality products that are safe, because we have trained the farmers on the best ways to use the inputs. The market size, the ever increasing urban population.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Victoria Agribusiness, for your pitch. Jury, you are now welcome to ask your questions to Victoria Agribusiness. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Just a question on the on your model. Where would you say your greatest value is? Is it the information you supply to the farmers? Is it the logistics? Is it cutting out the middlemen? Is it on the retailer side? Where would you say your biggest advantage or capability is at?
The biggest advantage is the cutting out of the long process of middlemen. The fact that we are able to aggregate farmers' produce and then distribute without involving so many middlemen. That now ensures that we now provide farmers higher prices and the retailers get lower prices for the same produce.
Okay.
Just a quick question. First of all, I'm a foodie, so this speaks to a lot of the challenges that I know we have in Kenya. One thing is that does this reduction of inefficiencies pass the benefits to the consumer? So has this whole enterprise reduced the cost of food to the consumer? I think for me, that's one thing I'm very interested in. The second thing is that at some point you mentioned food safety. How is your platform of technology able to trace food from the source, or does it improve safety? I mean, I'm just trying to understand, because I saw that in the presentation.
First, in terms of making sure that the cost of food goes down, yes, it reduces, because the food vendors are able to access food from us at lower prices, but we cut the prices by around 20%. So they pass this advantage to the consumers. Then in terms of safety, we have agents on the ground that work with the farmers, and we have trained them. I myself have a background in nauticals, and I've worked in the export market and understand how best to produce safe food particularly for the export market. So the same procedure is what I've trained our farmers, and because we are the ones that are giving them inputs and training them again on how to use the inputs, it's now us who are ensuring that the ways in which they produce the food is safe, and we are the people who are handling it, and we make sure that we handle it safety, so that by the time we give it to the vendor, it's very safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Boniface, I mean, the big success, one of the big aspects of that will influence your success is logistics. I mean, the farmers are spread all over and they have their little packages of produce. How is your business model what plans have you made in terms of just sorting out this logistic to ensure the food is fresh, high quality, and really aggregated from all these farmers?
What we are doing is that we are because most of the registration in our platform is done by our agents, and we are encouraging our agents to work with clusters of farmers. So within a cluster, there's an agent that makes sure that so many farmers within that area are registered in the platform. Now, when that is done, then we create an aggregation center in that particular area where they aggregate, and then the agent helps us in aggregation, and then we go take to our warehouse and then grade or deliver. So that's how we are doing it. Because when they are scattered, it's a bit difficult. So we make sure that within a certain region, we are working with quite a number of farmers to make aggregation easier.
Thank you, Boniface. Who are your competitors in the market?
Our major competitor are the brokers that usually just buy from the farmers whenever they see a produce is ready. But again, there are also other startups that have come in the market, including just the other day, Twiga launched in Kisumu. But again, when you look at Twiga, they are nowadays moving towards buying from aggregators. Even us, we have been in talks with them. It's only that we have problems with their prices. Otherwise, we'll supply them and then they will distribute. I think they are better in terms of distribution, but in terms of aggregation and working with smallholder farmers, they prefer working with aggregators and big farms. Then, so it is brokers, Twiga, and a few other startups that are coming up, maybe in other towns, but in Kisumu, it's only the brokers and Twiga at the moment.
Are there any other questions? If not, we can go ahead. I'm just going to ask one more time just in case. Any other questions from the jury members? Nope. Okay. Thank you so much, Victoria Agribusiness, for your answers, and thank you, jury members, for your questions once again. We now have 30 seconds for jury evaluation, and in the meantime, if Hybrid Intelligence could get ready, please. Hybrid Intelligence, could you connect your video as well? It seems like you have not connected your video on Zoom. Hybrid Intelligence, are you here? We cannot hear you. If that's the case, I would recommend for you to reconnect. So leave the meeting and come back in and connect your video. In the meantime, we'll ask Zinake Technologies instead to present if you're ready. Zinake Technologies, please turn on your video, unmute yourself, and share your screen. Gervas?
We are ready. Just give me a moment. Let me share our screen.
Yep. Could you also turn your video on once you have shared your screen? Great, you can go back to your presentation. Alrighty, if you are... Yes, we can see you. If you are ready, you can start. You have 3 minutes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Java Swakoli. I am the founder of Zinake Technologies. Zinake is a social enterprise that was founded with the core belief that everyone has a right to a decent and consistent income. But that's not the case for over 15 million Kenyans who have skill but are unemployed. And the number is growing. Take, for example, a construction worker. These are guys who have to move from one construction site to another with the hope of getting jobs that day. On most occasions, that doesn't happen. On the other hand, the construction contractors have only rely on referrals and the people who show up at the construction site to get workers. But that presents a challenge in terms of verifying the competence and reliability of these workers. And that is a very expensive and inconvenient process. So Zinake has come in and developed a cloud-based platform that connects users to casual workers in real time, so that workers only show up when they are notified and the workers only show up when they are needed, and it is very convenient. Our value proposition is that we make it convenient for workers and skilled professionals to access job opportunities within the locale, and the potential employers on the other to these workers against professional indemnity, accidents, and WIBA. We charge 15% commission on successful transactions, and as of last week, our income was 9,000 Kenyan shillings. In future, we intend to integrate subscription, advertisement, and interest on advance payment. Zinake allows fair and competitive pricing through bidding that makes sure that both parties are satisfied both with the kind of work that needs to be done and the prices, so that they are satisfied. As of today, the addressable market accessible to us is 1.1 million, yet there are available over 5.5 million casual workers with the experience in Kenya. The average income is $10, and the progress we've made is that we've already developed an MVP that we are testing. We have tested and collected feedback. It's now live in Imaradaima with 51 workers. We are under negotiation with Canon Insurance to provide cover, a custom-made insurance cover for 100 workers. And once the test in Imaradaima is complete, we shall launch in 3 key areas. That's construction, manufacturing, and warehousing. And the complete launch of that phase will be followed by general use by the public, both in SMEs, in farms, and in the estate. Our key expenses have been development and improvement of the product, onboarding and verification of workers, provision of the insurance, both the WIBA, professional indemnity and personal accident, capacity development, and customer service. Our key partners today is Canon Insurance, but we hope to partner with banks, training institutions, large employers, and emergency response teams, so that both the worker and employer can get the service conveniently and efficiently. Zinake has a competent team both in management and in advisory, with the diverse expertise in technology, in management, and business advisory. We are grateful for the achievements, recognition, and awards we've received so far, and we hope that Zinake can grow to live its dream of ensuring that everyone has a decent income in Kenya.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Zinake Technologies, for your pitch. Jury, you're welcome to ask your questions to Zinake Technologies. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Thank you, Zinake. What has been your greatest challenge on this entrepreneurial journey so far?
The biggest challenge when we started was that we didn't understand the business model. That we knew what needed to be done, but getting it right was the challenge, because we started in 2013 And we've struggled for almost 7 years to get it right. By the end of this last year is when now we had done, because we were doing it manually, and also getting competent and reliable workers, because you could find someone who is very good, but then they are not, they can promise to work and then they don't show up for work and such. So getting that have been the two key challenges. Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, thank you. I got that. Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Zinake, I'm familiar with the platform, so I just wanted to ask a different question. The challenges of informal work are the same ones that you've mentioned that are affecting Zinake. How are you ensuring that the people in your platform are actually delivering work, and so that they could repeatedly be also sent somewhere else based on the experience they've got on the job that they did the first time?
Okay, one, Zinake has a review system that every work done, the employer and the worker rate each other. Then remember, we're not allowing everyone to download the platform and install and be part of us. We only have 51 people today. We had 97, but we had to kick off the other guys because of either misbehavior or incompetence. So we have been keenly selecting and personally making sure that the Zinake team follows them up with them to ensure that they are competent in the service they're providing on the Zinake platform, and that they only take jobs that they're capable and they're in position to provide to satisfy.
So I've seen you have a team of 4, and you said you made about $90 last week. How are you sustaining the business?
Okay, right now we are bootstrapping. We are all our team members are not paid, except 3 who go to the field. The rest are actually bringing in funds to help in running the platform. So it's more of a team of people who believe in the idea. And now we are not at the commercially positive side, but at least we can see that the customers are now interested in the product. Zinake generally as a company is making money, but most of it is coming from the manual kind of phone calls where a contractor tells you, I need 10 electricians, I'll pay you 2,000 shillings. Please provide me the details of that. Then he takes care of everything on his own. No insurance, no verification, nothing. But as it is today on Zinake platform, that's what I evaluated. But our hope is the whole idea that contractors and employers need to call us to just for their own tailor-made solutions. We want to provide the platform so that they can just plug in and pick whoever they need without having needed to call contractors all the time.
Thanks.
Okay, Zinake. Josephine here. So my question would be then, how are you planning to accelerate the revenue? That is, how are you sourcing for these jobs, and how do you intend to make sure that the application moves beyond the manual calls that you've talked about?
Okay, right now, our key issue has been we are already pitching and marketing to the 3 core sectors: construction, manufacturing, and warehousing. And a few estates. We're already live in Maradaima estate, where I reside, so it was easier to go in. The demand is there, but we just don't want to launch and give out a product that is not up to the standard. So our key issue, if anything, has been frustrating people who are interested, because the referral mechanism, it has been working. So you find that someone calls you from Mudaiga wanting to get a domestic worker, a cleaner, yet we are only operating in Maradaima. And you see now, you have to tell them no, and they get mad because they are, we come highly recommended to them, but we can't be able to serve them within that region when our core team is only concentrated in Maradaima. So there's signs of high demand for our product, but we want to finish the insurance part. Insurance cover for the first 100. We shall concentrate on that first 100, working within the at least a bigger section. And once we are sure that the product works, and then we diversify to all the measures. We now launch out aggressive marketing within the 3 core sectors.
Okay. Thank you so much, Untitled Technologies, for your answers, and jury members for your questions. We now have 30 seconds for jury evaluation. And in the meantime, if Hybrid Intelligence could get ready, please. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes because I think Hybrid Intelligence disconnected again, so he's trying to come back in. Thank you everyone for your patience. We're just waiting for Hybrid to join in. It seems like they're having technical difficulties, so we will have a brief stopover for jury deliberation to identify the winners. So we're going to put the jury members into the breakout room, and we will also have a brief break before we come back. So right now, just put the jury members into the breakout rooms. And enterprises will have a short break, so just relax, grab some water, and get ready for the winner announcement. Thank you. Enterprises, thank you so much for your patience. Jury members are coming in now. Okay. Before we announce the winners, we would also like to give the judges an opportunity to give any final comments or feedback. So I'll just open up the floor to the jury members. Lena, would you like to?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to congratulate everyone for taking the time to do their presentations. And it's great to see people looking for solutions to solve the bigger problems that we are facing in Kenya. So, keep going. Entrepreneurship is the lifeblood of the economy. So, you've got to keep don't feel let down at any point, and resilience is really key. I'd like to just recommend that for all of your businesses and products that you think beyond yourselves, and really the best way to grow is to look at partnerships and how you can infiltrate the community as quickly as possible. You can only go so far alone, but with a community and partnerships, you can grow much faster. And a little bit of feedback on the presentations. It would have been great, I think, across the board to see a little bit more about your numbers, the financial data behind the business. And finally, just, to practice with friends, family, or mentors before you pitch would be a good idea. But congratulations, and wishing you well on your entrepreneurial journeys.
Thank you so much, Lena.
Okay, maybe I can go next. Lena's already talked about the partnerships. So for me, it's just, first and foremost, thank you for your presentations, and thank you for taking the time to try and show us what your vision and ambitions are. Key as you look forward, beyond looking at the pitching, beyond looking at the ecosystem on how you can scale, is really to try and focus on what type of problems are you solving for your partners, and if you're given 30 seconds kind of elevator pitch scenario with some of those partners, will they feel that you've solved their problem? So be it if you're looking at the different verticals and different sectors, always keep in mind what problem are you solving, and will the companies that you partner with or the companies that you're trying to sell to really take up your product. If you keep that as one of the key mottos, your solutions will be able to scale very, very easily. So thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you so much, Ken. Philip, would you like to?
Yeah, thank you so much, Julia. So, no, I think I'd like to join my fellow judges simply in congratulating, I think, a lot of you guys, especially at this time of COVID-19, when we know entrepreneurs are actually having a great deal of challenges. And then I think it's amazing to see a lot of you guys standing up to sort of want to bring in your capabilities around innovation to support the larger ecosystem. So I think for me, one is entrepreneurship is a journey, and this initiative or this event is one of those journeys. And I think our feedback is we've seen startups in the speech that have been there from 2013 to now. So I think one, it speaks about your resiliency, which is amazing. I think the second piece, I think for me, as a part of an advice is we need to be very clear around our business model. And I know as much as the initiative is talking about SDGs, let's just think through not just peppering SDGs, sort of the goals across the presentations. It's also for you to understand what the goals are. So I think SDGs are not about the 17. It's about two particular issues. It's ending extreme poverty and leaving no one behind. So I think for me, it's just familiarize yourselves the goals and not necessarily wanting to bucket everything within, I mean, SDG 5, SDG 3, all of them are integrated. I think for me, that's a second piece of advice. The third piece of advice, I think it needs to be very clear that entrepreneurship also is about you and you earning a meaningful income. That's also part of the goals in terms of decent wage and decent work. So I think in terms of the presentations, it needs to be clear also whether or not these ventures are actually also benefiting you or your teams. And the final thing I think around the teams is that we need to bring out that element of teams alongside the partnerships, because ultimately it's teams that deliver value, even though the vision might have been with a founder, but you need to build strong teams. We know strong teams, especially because this is a sports kind of methodology, is we know teams deliver. I mean, it's about teams. It's always about teamwork. It's always about bringing different strengths to deliver a common good, a common value. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Lastly, Joseph.
Yes, so mine is to say, first of all, congratulations to all the teams. I think this is courage in action. You took time, you applied, and we are here because of that courage. And therefore, really to say this needs to continue despite or however the feedback comes out today. The other thing is that as my other judges have said, two things. Number one, is your business model sustainable? Are you able to pay your own bills, at least at some point, because you need to do that so that then you're able to continue providing the services that you envision to provide in the business that you're doing. And also, again, the teamwork. Today we had, I think only one team had more than one person presenting. It's important to celebrate and amplify the team because the team is very, very important in the delivery of the product and value propositions that you're doing. And lastly, to look at what is your competitiveness and how is this competitiveness going to be sustained? Is that as you develop your business, you need to think about that. Is it something that today you're doing, tomorrow everybody else can do? How do you define that niche that keeps you competitive in the market for the short term and even for the long run or for the long term? Of course, this keeps changing with the business dynamics, but it is important to have this at the top of the mind every time you're doing your presentation, because that is also something that is very important when you look at the success and the growth of your ventures. And lastly, to say, let's continue the spirit, keep up. Let's keep on innovating. Let's keep on challenging ourselves. Let's seek the partnerships because I think resources are there to support you to grow. You only need to seek them out. And with those remarks, I say all the best, and I wish you really the very, very best in the next steps. Thank you.
Thank you so much, jury members. We really, really appreciate that you took the time today to join us. And thank you for your motivating words and feedback as well. Now, without further ado, the time has come. It's time to announce the winner of Entrepreneurship Sports Generation 2020 Kenya National Finals. Bibu? And the winners today are ROKA Designs and Business. Congratulations. It was our pleasure to engage with...
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Wow.
It was our pleasure to engage with such a diverse group of startups and gain exposure to such fascinating stories and solutions. At ESG, we'd like to acknowledge the effort and time each entrepreneur has dedicated here to be here with us. We would like to heartily thank the judges, participants, organizers, and partners for joining us and supporting ESG as a groundbreaking movement. We are immensely excited and hope you join us for the next levels of our competition. We apologize for any of the technical glitches today, and we thank every participant for their patience. And once again, congratulations, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ESG team. Thank you.
Yeah, we can't say more than that. Just thank you for the opportunity and just thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for considering us. This is groundbreaking for us. It really means a lot to us, ROKA Designs, what we want to do.
And our whole team.
Thank you for seeing that in us. And we'll continue driving the agenda of saving the environment for plastic pollution. And on behalf of the other teams, we just want to say thank you. A lot of us are waiting for the feedback, a lot of our team members. So yeah, actually we can't wait to give them the news, you know? Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Wow.
I will now stop the recording.
Yeah.